Welcome to this mini podcast series called Reclaim Your Field. I am Kristina Meiers. I'm an energetics practitioner and teacher and a mystic translator, helping you to navigate through the massive shift that we are all going through and that we can feel happening in our world as we are going through a brand new phase and moving into a brand new era as a humanity. This episode is around what you can do daily in your daily life to help you navigate through these times. Now, I really have pulled back on doing any sort of formalized practices. I think the only thing that I really do every day is I have a cup of coffee and I do try and move my body every day in some way, whether that's a walk outside or I'm lifting weights or doing something, okay? And then the other thing that I've been doing is being in my garden every day. So just working with the flowers, working with the food, and that's kind of been my daily energetic practice. These that I'm going to offer you are a little bit more formalized energetic practices, but as I've said before, you have got to find your own practice that works for you. And everybody's looks completely different. And because I've been really emphasizing about the fact that we need to do more embodiment work, I've been, not as dedicated to doing meditation or breath work or any of that stuff. But again, everybody has their own way of coping and dealing. And this is where you've got to go inward for your own advice versus taking external advice all the time. But all I can do right now is offer you some ideas on things you could potentially try and see if those fit for you or they don't, and let it go. So energy is the heart of everything I do, and the thing that I have been trained in is around our energy field. It takes a lot of years of doing different practices and clearing away old emotions and clearing away old thought patterns and all of those things to get your energetic field into such a place where it's almost like a stealth fighter. The energy field is so strong that really nothing can penetrate it. And that's really where you hold the center. And that's where the energy field becomes so strong that really nothing can penetrate through it. So anything going on in the exterior world, you don't even feel it. It's not even a blip in the radar, okay? And these practices that I'm going to offer as options are things that you could absolutely elaborate on, and you could incorporate these into your day-to-day life to help strengthen that energy field, or you can chuck all of them away and just figure out what's best for you. But here's a few things that we can do as we have been talking about all the different ways to dismantle from the systems. These are a few that you can incorporate, okay? They're brief, but they're very specific. Number one is around your morning clearing. So before you do anything, before you get out of bed, before you get on your phone, before you download news, before anything, see if you can just take a few minutes to just be and just tune into yourself. Let everything come through just your inner knowing and your physical body, and just try and take just a beat before you get out of bed. And I know it's very difficult when you've got little kids, when you got kids at all, when you got animals that need to go to the bathroom. Sometimes your morning starts in a different way. Mine does usually every morning. It's my dog going, hello, wake up, I need to go to the bathroom. So what I do is I go outside with her, with both my girls, and I just sit on the ground and I just tune in while I'm out there. So I just try and ground my body on the ground while they're going and doing their business, and then come back in and start my day that way. So that's another thing you could do. The second thing is around our purchases. So we've talked about where we're putting our money, what we're purchasing. So this is where we can really put in some good practice. And that's just really pausing before you purchase. Do I really benefit, is this something I'm going to benefit from? Is there a local alternative? Does this serve what I need right now? Again, this isn't about trying to be perfect. This is just taking a few seconds, a breath before you make the purchase to say, is this something I really, really need? Is this helping in some way? And just looking at who you're supporting. Okay, that's all. The next one is around the consumption of information and what we've talked about. So again, before opening your social media feed, your news app, even your phone, what do you want to give your attention to that day? What information, what content is expanding you, and what is actually contracting you? And this is a really easy question to ask. The next is around getting out in nature. Again, nature is so important. 5 minutes without your phone, whatever is accessible to you. If you got a tree, hug it. If you've got the grass, put your bare feet in it. If you have a garden, get your hands out there and work in the garden. Anytime you can connect in, watch the birds, listen to the birds, listen. I've got frogs that are out behind my house. I love listening to them. When the sun's going down, I sit outside and I watch all the lightning bugs come out, and just it's a huge light show every night. It's so beautiful. Or I just look at the stars and the moon. Anything you can do to connect with something outside is a great way to reset your energy field. The next is around your body. So I've talked a lot about embodiment and a lot about why the body is so important. Again, consult your body before you actually make a decision about anything else. I do muscle testing too. So I'll be like, is this a line for me? Is this food a line for me? Is this supplement a line for me? All of that is asking the body, is this right for you? Is this what you want? Is this what your body needs? So use your body as a primary guide for yourself. The next thing is around celebration, and we tend to not celebrate when we actually do something really amazing. And that's even celebrating when you are able to shift your attention, what you're purchasing, every withdrawal you're making. These are ways to actually celebrate. And we've kind of gotten away from actually acknowledging ourselves in those ways. And so again, when you make a shift, when you have a big growth opportunity, congratulate yourself and celebrate every win, because this is something we all need to be doing much more, and help celebrate other people when they do it. Give them a high five. It's amazing that what we can do every day. And then finally, I think the big thing is just gratitude. I'm not a huge gratitude person. I don't sit there and have like a bunch of gratitude journals or anything like that. But I do say thank you to the food. I thank people, if I go out to dinner, I thank the team. Thank you so much. Thank you for your service. And just have gratitude that I've got a roof over my head and I have food on my table, and I have access to clean water, and all the things, the very simple things, that I can get up every morning and take a breath, and I can move my body. Those are things that we kind of forget. We take advantage of that. And it's really important that we show gratitude for what we have. We are so in this capitalistic society where we want more and more and more, and feel like we need to consume. And that just doesn't fulfill. Frankly, it just doesn't. So come back to the gratitude piece. So again, these are not about becoming a better consumer or doing the right things or any of that stuff. This is just about you picking what works for you. And again, as I said, if it's a cup of coffee in the morning and you're sitting on your couch for 2 minutes, just, enjoying and just loving that cup of coffee, that's the best thing that you can do, really. And the whole point around all of this is just, where can we be more mindful? Where can we be more consistent over time? It's not about fixing things. It's not about, saying I've been wrong, any of that stuff. It's not about judgment. It is really just about understanding and being aware. So one more episode to go after this, the closing, and it's the one I've been wanting to get to from the very beginning.